Alright, so I think we're live. This is my second video in this series and trying to develop my video game live on Facebook. We'll just see how this goes. I'm going to introduce you to the door problem. Many of you might not know much about the door problem, but this is a big issue with video game development. So what does a game designer do? First off, you have to describe what the premise of the door problem is. Are there doors in your game? Can the player open them? Can the player open every door in the game? Are some doors just for decoration? How does the player know the difference? There's so many things you have to decide. What is the size of the door? So as you can understand, there's lots of door problems as in how do they work. All the different people have to think, like the sound designer, what does the door sound like when it opens? What does it look like? There's so many issues just with a door when you're making a video game that it's actually quite irritating. And so what we'll take a look at here is I'll show you how development is in the game, and that so here we have a bunch of doors. How each one works is that these ones are all locked. This one isn't. So if I go to the video game, you should be able to see that. If I can go to the game and just open up the game here, then I should have no problem. Let's just see if I can get the sound going again. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so as you can see, that door had to open, do that thing. There's lots of ways that these doors interact immediately. I had to tell the player how to press S and press down so that they can know to open the door. And so from there, I'll just skip ahead here quickly on my own admin controls. Just go inside here, it doesn't matter. What we're specifically looking for is this realm here. So what happens is when you beat a level, I have it set so that there's an increment of 0.01, and that way that you know that this door, the level that you're on, is 1.02, and then this door, to open it, would be 1.03. So it's each one is a different level. So the idea is that when you end the level, the door has a programming into it that it will advance. It will advance the next level so that it knows. See, as you can see, this door is now unlocked. However, right now the doors are broken, I've noticed, because I can just go right back to this level, beat the level again, and the door will as you can see, you end up right back here because it doesn't even reset the level. You end up right at the end of it again. So again, I've now increased the amount to 1.3, but I didn't beat the other level. So these are all little programming. The only reason that this is a thing is because I've decided to make the hub in game. I decided that it was going to be kind of like Kirby Adventure for the Super Nintendo, and in that game there was this hub system where you kind of entered each door. And I also don't know why they're opening. These ones are specifically opening and animating and making sound when you walk up to them. This other one isn't, because they're not the same doors. They only open when you push down. It's just strange and funny how a door that seems simple is actually quite more complicated than one would think, just in the sense of game design. I can't even get back up there. I'm just gonna project into the astral realm and show you guys a little bit of this, so you can go through the Kabbalah tree of life as you unlock each door. Again, talking about doors, but these are different doors. These ones are all just based on whether or not whether or not you're in your astral realm. Again, this door doesn't work because it only remembers the last level you were in. So to return to the physical realm, it thinks that the physical realm is the cheat room, even though it should have taken me back to the other, like this room or the room prior. So, as you can see, doors are quite a thing that a challenge I'm trying to work with, trying to figure out how everything's supposed to be working. But in the meantime, I can show you some of the guns I have. This is the air gun. It's one of the first weapons you get in the game. It's kind of like a jetpack. You know, helps you get around the levels, especially the water level when you're underwater. This is pretty much your bread and butter. So, let's see what else I got here. We got the water gun. The water gun's still kind of I haven't decided if I want them to bounce like this still, but I like them. They look neat. The ammo is a nice little orb that I made, animated. The fire's got a nice effect. You can't really beat it. The earth gun itself is something I'm still working on. It's supposed to be kind of a shield, you hold up and you kind of block, but it just kind of, I don't like how it operates yet. It's still kind of a prototype. And then, yeah, you got your regular static pistol. I made it so I locked it so you can't shoot behind you. It's a feature of the game. Often you're in these mouse shooters, you're running around and you can shoot behind you, and it seems a little extreme, so I kind of reduced it, but the restriction itself is kind of not the greatest. But yeah, this is my live stream on how doors work in Walled Garden, and kind of how I have to kind of work on fixing them, you know. So I can continue working on this, I guess, with you guys here, and see where that goes. I'm just gonna turn the music off from the video game. And then, so we've got an advanced door and a regular door. And the advanced door, when the player enters, the global level progress, as I said, is added by 0.01. I have to make it so maybe that you can only do that once. Has advanced, I'm going to call it, equals 0. So 0 is false, 1 is true. That's how you program. I can make those say anything else, like they don't need to be specifically like I'll make it false just so it makes sense to me, rather than 0 and 1. So has advanced equals false. So this door means that has it advanced hasn't happened yet. So in this spot here, I'm going to go if has advanced is false to increase the level progress. Otherwise, it won't. So if and then I have to make, so then after that I have to make has advanced into true, so that it's no longer has advanced. So that should just technically fix my problem that I had to begin with. Oh, I don't need to start the executable again. Whoops, I'll have to close that up. Opening my video game twice is going to be strange. Oh, actually I do need to do that. So we're going to close this, the one that's open, because it doesn't have the same properties. Let's go to my scene here. Oh, we're going good. Okay, it knows what it's doing. As long as the streaming software knows what it's doing. And then let's start up again. See if these doors work. I'm doing a little bit of day drinking, but let's just get right to it. Right back to that level. See if I can increase the. See if I can open these doors again. Get these other doors unlocked by doing it, and we'll see if it works. Just skip the level. Don't need to do anything. It's a pretty easy level. It's not much to it. There's stuff you need to interact with more. But let's just see. So we reset. This one's open now. We're gonna go back to that door and try and go through it again and see if we can increase that increment. Otherwise, I fixed it. Going in. Nope. It appears that this door is still unlocked. So something's not triggering in the door. I'm gonna have to go in and look at this a little bit. It's just Let's go back to the developer screen. Has advanced. Oh, advanced. See, it's all about typos, man. You gotta really read your shit. You gotta read through, double check, and make sure nothing's off. Even a little. Yeah, if even one of your things is off, it's gonna be. It's not gonna work. That's how programming is for you. Should work now. Now that advanced is properly spelt. Let's get right to it. Open up this, get the game going again. Yeah, this is the life of a developer. You start your game, you reset it, you come back to it, you see if anything's changed and if your stuff worked. It gets a little annoying as you have to try and develop further into the game because you know you got to go through all the levels. I mean, I could probably form some sort of program so I could just skip to whatever level I want. I'm sure if I went to run it in debug mode, I could actually change the level on the fly just by using the command prompts. I don't like where this door is right here. I'm going to move it over to the left so that it's not behind the inventory. It's a little too far to the right. But let's just double do this check here. Alright, that one's open. That's how it's supposed to work. Now, this one shouldn't unlock when I go through this door. It should only unlock when I go through the door of the next level. So as long as this door is smart enough to not increase that amount. Yes! And we've solved the door problem live on Facebook within 20 minutes. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to sum that up. This seems like it was a good stream and a little good educational thing as to how all of the game works, and the little bit of the, like, as you can see, I've got quite a few levels in the game. Each single one of these right here is a different level. I can open each one up and edit them, so they're all different levels, different lengths and things in them. So we got a lot to work on. Right now I'm specifically working in the water hub and working on different different levels. And as the levels go, they get bigger as within each realm because you start getting introduced to new aspects. So it's kind of the jam of the game there. We'll call that a day, I think. And thanks for visiting.